Hey y'all, it's your girl Sia, and I'm back with another video. Y'all, I'm gonna try to do this video without cursing, but can I just say I am so well, we'll see what happens tomorrow morning, okay? But right now I am really impressed, okay? I'm really impressed with this country right now. I'm just like, okay, like if this is what we doing, but it sucks. Okay, after I did the stream, I've been on this Texas thing heavy because honestly, every time that I hear something about these migrants, it really boils my blood, okay? Especially when I hear that they're getting free rides. The reason why it bothers me so much, I think more now than it did before, is because I know what it's like not to have the same opportunity, having to work extra hard just to get those opportunities. And obviously, like I said, when I say that I haven't came in contact with some of these people, but I think I have. Okay. I think I kind of have in places like stores and stuff like that, right? Because I feel like they're starting to branch them out a little bit more. Like the longer they're here, the more they wander and, spread their wings a little further out. Um, and I will say this, as someone that, again, when I needed the opportunity, when I needed a free roof over my head, the government told me no, right? So there's a lot of, and or made me jump through hoops and hurdles just to obtain it and or maintain it. You get what I'm saying? So for me personally, um these people are getting assistance that I don't even get that I could use, right? And I'm not saying, again, I mean, I think we all, with the price of everything right now, we could all use a little bit of extra, right? So it does irk my nerves every time I see these folks on the news reporting, hey, it's 90, what I said 96, but I think it was like 90 or $91 that they said, or something stupid like that. 90 something dollars a day, to feed to home, basically to give lodging and food, right? To a migrant, right? And in my mind, again, I'm already annoyed with the state in which this state is in, okay? In terms of the housing crisis, the the market period, right? Everything is super high, right? You've got to really work to maintain a certain level of life unless you just come from money or something. I don't know how some of these people are making their money, and it ain't my business. But you know it does require a little bit more creativity, you know but these folks are able to just walk in and get a free house just like that. Free house and food, and people who are willing to help them, so a support system, kinda, while the average everyday American is sitting out here without the same opportunities. I do find that to be a little too close to home, okay? And I don't, it does not sit right with me. When I was watching videos where, again, we'll see what happens, but see, the problem is, I'm gonna tell you now, we already let these people in. Well, we did not let them in, but this man at the top let all these people in, okay? And so now, essentially, even if we were to take over the border, right, we still got to deal with all the people that are actually here, right, and identifying who is who. Okay. And from what I hear, there's been a lot of people that have been allowed in as a result of this, and they should have never been here. So, in the event, and this is what kind of scares me because it's very interesting how this shit works, right? We already talked about the possibility, and I said that they were going to pay for federal troops or whatever. No, he's just going to federalize them. That's his thing. When Biden said last night, it was either last night or afternoon or whatever, he told them that if you give me funding for Ukraine, I seen it with my own eyes. Unless it wasn't Biden, I seen it on the TV. Okay. He says if they didn't give, in order for him to close the border, he can do it, right? Like, I can close the border for you. as long as you allow funding for Ukraine. If that wasn't the most untactful, and I can't remember how he said it, but he's not very tactful in how he tries to get people to go along with his idea, right? And he basically, it was like, hey, if you don't give me this, you're not getting this. So essentially saying, I don't give a fuck about these people coming in. Basically, I don't give a goddamn if they're coming in. I don't care if they're this, if they're, listen, there's certain words I probably shouldn't have said yesterday, and I'm not going to say on this thing today, but he really does not care. But keep in mind, we already knew all this was going to happen because he said it was. Like, this is but we're beyond that now. Okay. I need y'all to understand something. It is really, what's happening is scary, but it's crazy. It's historic. It's like, let me tell you something. 700,000, they're saying 700,000 trucks will be at the border tomorrow. And, it excites me because I'm like, whoa, 700 trucks? That means that's way more people. It's way more people than 700,000 that are showing up. That's almost isn't that? Yeah, that's almost 1 million people. And there should be way more going. Unfortunately, like I said, if I was homeless or I had a weekend or something, I don't even know if that's how that looks though. Because my thought process is, yeah, they're going down there to protest, and that's what everybody's talking about. But I don't know how peaceful them other people on the other side are. I know we want to be peaceful, but I know damn well them people going down there ain't prepared. They're preparing for the worst. They gotta be. They're not dumb. They're trucks and everything. It's kind of, shout out to the women that are married to some of these men. Not all of them, but some of them, because this is what I was talking about. This is exactly what I was talking about. I'm like, this is not the time for men to be sitting around, like, and really women too. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but we're not realizing how I mean, there should be almost every state ready to support this shit because it affects your children. It's irrelevant, like, oh, well, I'm not from I'm African, like all that shit. Y'all, I love the fact that these people understand what type of time it is, because this is an invasion. It is exactly what they're calling it. And in order to fight it, you can't go to the Fed. So I'm gonna be honest. The governor of Texas looks a bit scary to me. He's got an interesting look about himself. Okay. That I don't really know. Like he would have to grow on me. But I will say this is a great start, sir. Great, great start. And I know people are like, well, what if this is a trick? What if this is a, scam? Listen, and it wouldn't matter at this point. Like, I don't think people really understand what's happening here. And it doesn't, like, the whole, what if they, listen, these people, do you see what kinds of people? I mean, I shouldn't have to spell it out for you, but do y'all see what kinds of people are going down to Texas? And then it's very interesting because I had to think, my dad is ex-military, right? Why the fuck are you going to Texas? He's from New Jersey. Like, ain't that like the blue? I thought New Jersey was blue. I could be wrong, but he literally up and moved from New Jersey to Texas at a time when all this shit is going on. Well, he did it like last year, right? So within the last 9 months, that's kind of a little too quick. I be wondering, what do you know? Because my daddy ain't never told me nothing, and maybe he just has to act like that. But you in Texas, and I'm thinking, what you gonna do with some migrants? But this is cool. I'm gonna have to move to Texas, y'all. I'm impressed. I am impressed. And then you got Trump calling for the people to be down there so they can start deporting folks. Facts. It's time. That's why I was saying, y'all, somebody's gonna have to deal with the stuff that's already been brought in. However, I understand that these places are dim blue cities, and I don't think that's gonna fare well for blue cities. So it's weird to me, but my timing is telling me, y'all, it's time. It's gonna be time for me to move because the stuff that's going down, it reminds me just of what we seen in that trailer with the Civil War and the dude asking him, he said, I'm gonna whoa, 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 whoa. That's what I remember it vaguely. Because I was like, well, what kind of American is he talking about? Like, what am I supposed to be? Is he talking about he only helped white people? Is it, your side? What's your side? Are you a bad guy? Or are you a good guy? But the guy looks like a bad guy in the trailer, but he's probably one of the good guys. And he's like, you know what? I can't. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. I take that back because I could easily see a Democrat being in a liberal, not a Democrat, excuse me, a liberal being in the same same position. But I don't really see that man. That man, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But now it's starting to make a little bit of sense because Biden is off the rails. And I don't know why. Like, I thought impeachment, like, isn't that something you can do? Like, I thought they were talking about impeachment. But what's so bizarre to me is when we talk about impeachment, we're waiting till the very last minute to impeach somebody. And there's got to be a way to just physically remove somebody from office. Like, this is ridiculous. That man really, it's almost like, and I'm thinking, well, I said, well, they can't really cave into that whole ordeal about the border and him telling them, well, if you could give us funding for Ukraine, I'll close the border, because that's still only going to hurt us 10 times more. It's almost like Biden's the intent is to harm. And the things that come out of his mouth, the fact that people are still worried and focused about Trump, that's an issue all on its own. Because you got your life at stake, and I don't think you so focused on how much you hate Trump, you're not understanding that your entire well-being right now is at stake. But you want to sit here and focus so hard. Like when I'm sitting here reading about the civil lawsuit that he just went through for defamation, and y'all know my thoughts on this. I'm reading the comments and they're like, yeah, they finally got Trump. Woo! I'm just thinking, y'all got bigger issues. Do you not understand? This is a national crisis that we are dealing with. Like, for real. And we are supposedly the most powerful country in the world. Do you understand that? I mean, that could be debatable. To be debatable, right? But we are in what we were taught. So right now, when you have 700,000, and I'm telling you, these people, if you think that these folks ain't packing, I'm trying to tell you now, I put money that almost every single person at this venue is going to be packed with something to protect themselves by any means necessary because of the types of people that are going down there. They understand that means business. Do you understand me? And they damn sure these are not the kinds of folks that are going to take a threat lightly. Now, they may not come at you attacking you, right? But you can bet your bottom dollar that they got protection. These ain't no scary, because I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, damn, I would go because it's historic. It's one of those things that as an American, you're sitting there fighting for your country. Like, this is about to go down in history books. But see, I'm not your kind of girl, y'all. I got a kid at home. I was thinking, like, if somebody really came up to me and attacked me, like, how would I deal with that? Because I don't know. These are real thoughts that you kind of have to think about when you go down there. So trust me, these folks are thought about that. And I'm proud to see Americans saying, no, fuck that. Like, forget what you're talking about, because what's happened is for so long, he's been showing who he is. And by him coming out and making that statement, he's showing the world that he ain't backing down and he gonna do it one way or the other. So it is on the American people at this point. You don't have any other option. I mean, you got your National Guard, but you ain't got the federal military. But listen, the military took an oath. I don't give a damn if you're federal or if you state. I don't give a damn. You took an oath to serve and protect this goddamn country no matter what. And while I understand that our job is to protect those who are in power over us, right? You gotta decide what side you really rock for. And the scariest thing about all this is how many of those military men that are federalized now at the federal level, how many of them are actually Americans? So, y'all, I'ma try my hardest to stay on top of this while I'm at work because I know it's gonna be crazy. I know things are heating up, and you got Biden making all types of threats. I mean, threat after threat after threat, and you got Trump encouraging the shit that should be encouraged. I'm just saying. Because I was just saying, well, why ain't these people need to go be the, yes, for every person that's been helping these people, there needs to be 2 or 3 more people who want to go fight this and put an end to it. Because this shit is crazy. So I am in full support. I don't know if this is actually true, but I've been on TikTok and I've been seeing a lot of things. And all I can say is shout out to the ladies and the men out there, or the men and the ladies. I don't give a damn. Shout out to y'all if this is the case that y'all really finna be down there. And I ask that everybody, your mission is to make it back home. Okay? Because we gonna need y'all in the next or the next go around. Shoot. Cause see, half of us, that's what they were saying, is we still gotta pay rent tomorrow, right? My rent's already paid, but it's the principle. Like, I can't take a week off of work, and then what if I never come back? Like, I got a whole kid and stuff. I should be the last resort if necessary. Like, for real. But even if I could just go down there and be away from like you know what I mean? Just to be a part of the moment, that is cold, man. So shout out to y'all. I'm excited. I just know that this is happening way too soon. Okay. The year just started. So that tells you that there's a hell of a lot more to come, because it's January. What, we've been through this before, haven't we not? Y'all, I feel like we just went through a year where this was a big deal, where some started early on and it just kept going and going. Or was that after? That was when Biden won, huh? Or they said Biden won. I don't know. All I know is this year is about to be a crazy year. And I pray that, Biden, this is the thing, y'all. Biden ain't there. If they tell Biden to go against these people, he gonna go against these people, man. I'm just letting y'all know that now. They got the perfect person in office to achieve what they're striving to achieve. And it's inevitable. It's almost like, that's why I said I know these people know. I mean, I would hope that nobody's going down there naive thinking, you always gotta be prepared. Let's put it that way. Prepared, because you're dealing with several different elements. You're dealing with the federal government, you're dealing with Texas, and all the people from America, right? Everybody. Well, not everybody, except the people who hate Trump, right? Because that's a valid excuse not to support what needs to be supported, but okay. And then you got the people on the other side. And then you got the people who, the people at the top is in bed with. So y'all gotta understand. I don't know. I'm just gonna just sit and watch. And my heart goes out to everybody. My prayers go out to everybody. I just know Americans. I know we come protected. And I just don't see people down there being not protected. Y'all know what I mean? I don't mentally. I know everybody knows what kind of time it is. This ain't this isn't, it's one of those things where we'll be peaceful until it, you know, I don't even want to go no further in that. But y'all know. So I stand with Texas. I stand with Texas wholeheartedly. I appreciate the governor standing out, regardless of what people think about him. He's one that's bold enough to say hell to the fucking no, we ain't doing this shit. And I respect that because no offense, this shit makes no goddamn sense. And if you ask me, every state along the goddamn border, okay, Florida, all these places where these people are coming into, yeah, y'all should be ready to do exactly the same thing he's doing. I think that it's time to have somebody bold enough to say this. We don't play this, homie, for real. And he gave Biden time to figure it out. And Biden is showing that he is not willing to compromise, ain't willing to care about the needs of the people. Biden don't give a fuck. He does not. So yeah, shout out to the American people, man, because 700,000, like that's a lot. I'm like, so where the rest of y'all? Because that can't be everybody. I'm starting to wonder, like, and then 700,000, y'all was ready. So where'd y'all come from? You know what I mean? Like a part of me be wondering, there's some things going down in America that, I don't think people really know about. And I mean, that's everywhere. But I'm just saying, there's no way. It's like a whole militia of people. And I'm not saying that's what they are. But you're not, like I said, I don't, I'm sorry. I don't know what people are expecting to really happen down there. Like, I mean, maybe this is gonna be a march on Washington kind of deal, but I don't know if that other side rocks with March on Washington. You feel me? And I'm pretty sure the people going down there, they're smart enough to know that. I don't see why they wouldn't. So, yeah, this is crazy, y'all. Stay tuned and stay safe. And them folks got a duty to come back to whoever they got. They got a duty, okay? And yeah, this is scary. That's all. Like it is. It's a scary, but it's exciting. It's crazy. It's historic. Thank you, because I'm sick of these. Like, I don't mean to say it like that, but they gotta go, yo. That's all I can say. So, um. I did want to say this though. Do not be surprised if you see reactions by some of these people that have come here. Okay? As a result of what may happen to, there are people here who have already been allowed to be here, okay? And they're already here. I just want to reiterate that. So that's all I got to say, y'all. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'm out. Peace.